Hello friends. Most apps today look modern, but behind the scenes, they are controlled. Instagram controls your content, banks control your money, gaming companies control your assets, you don't own anything. So, what if apps could run without a company, without a central server, without needing trust? That's where dApps come in. And behind every dApp, there's something called a smart contract. Today, we'll break this down properly: what blockchain is, what dApps are, how smart contracts power them, and where this actually makes sense. Let's start from the foundation. Blockchain. Blockchain is basically a distributed public database that no single person controls. Instead of one central server, thousands of computers maintain the same ledger. Once data is written, it cannot be changed easily, it is publicly verifiable, and everyone can see it. The first big blockchain was Bitcoin, created by Satoshi Nakamoto. But Bitcoin was limited, it only handled transactions. So, something better was needed. Let's understand normal apps first. A traditional app has front end, what you see, backend server controlled by a company, and database owned by that company. If the company shuts down, your data is gone. If they ban you, you lose access. Now imagine an app where backend logic runs on blockchain, data is transparent, and no single company can shut it down. That's a dApp, decentralized application. So, for a definition, a dApp is an application whose backend runs on a blockchain instead of a centralized server. Example, Uniswap. You can swap tokens without a bank. No approval, no KYC, and no manager. Another example is OpenSea. You buy and sell NFTs without a central authority controlling ownership. But here's the key question. If there's no backend server, what is running the logic? That's where smart contracts come in. Bitcoin proved blockchain works, but it only supported transactions. Then came Ethereum, created by Vitalik Buterin. Ethereum allowed developers to deploy programs onto the blockchain, not just transactions, programs. These programs are called smart contracts. A smart contract is a self-executing program stored on the blockchain. It automatically runs when conditions are met. Think of it as an backend logic for dApps. Simple structure: if this happens, then do that. Example: if user sends 1 Ethereum, then send NFT. No human, no middleman, just code. Once deployed, it cannot be modified easily, it runs exactly as written, it is publicly visible. That's powerful but also dangerous. Let's connect everything clearly. A dApp consists of front end, usually written in React, Next.js, or other languages. Second, smart contract on Ethereum, and wallet like MetaMask. Let's take the example of Uniswap. So, in Uniswap, user clicks swap, wallet asks for signature, transaction goes to blockchain, smart contract executes logic, blockchain confirms it, and the state updates. So, there is no central backend server. The blockchain is the backend. That's the key shift. Now, for real world example, think of freelance payments. In freelance payments, money can now be logged in contract, released automatically when work is approved. That's automation plus trustless execution. Smart contracts make sense when trust is low, transparency matters, global participation is needed, and middlemen are expensive. Some use cases are DeFi, NFTs, DAO, cross border payments, and digital ownership. But not every app needs blockchain. If a centralized database works fine, don't force decentralization. That's hype thinking. Ethereum continues to evolve, layer 2 solutions reduce fees, new chains compete, but the core idea remains that blockchain is shared truth, smart contracts equals automated logic, and dApps equals user interface to that logic. So this was about smart contract and how smart contract and dApps work together. So that was it for today. Thank you for watching.